Trials. We all know what's up. There's cheating. The rewards are in bad shape. Bungie knows it. I know it. You know it. And so this week began what will be a series of weekly discussions regarding some of the biggest issues in the game right now by Bungie. Trials is up first. We are not going to be discussing any gameplay or sandbox related things in this video for Trials. Let's talk rewards. Bungie listed 3 problems. Number 1, token rewards incentivizes players to farm 3 wins and reset. Number 2, Trials is unrewarding for those stuck at 1 to 2 wins. And number 3, Trials feels unrewarding compared to other end game activities. These are the solutions coming. Number 1, in Season 11, Bungie is planning on making token payout milestones at 3, 5, and 7 wins that give successively bigger amounts of tokens. The bonus tokens passage should increase these payouts, and on a flawless run, it will generate a significant token payout. Number 2, for those stuck at 1 to 2 wins, create a weekly bounty that encourages participation over winning, and completing that bounty will reward the same item as 3 wins. So if the 3 wins reward is a shotgun for that week, then completing that bounty would give you the shotgun. When redeemed, it'll also unlock the engram for purchase that week. No time frame or concrete evidence of a time frame was given as to when this would become a thing, if it does though. I assume it'll become a thing, but we don't know when. Number 3, more chances for masterworking materials will come from Trials. 3, 5, 7 wins will give masterworking materials in Season 11, with maybe a material-focused Trials ticket card coming in Season 12. Bungie is also looking at flawless rewards right now, although they have nothing concrete to share in terms of things that will definitely happen. They are looking into the creation of weapons similar to Adept weapons, might not have the same name as Adept, but the principle will be the same. These weapons would have an Adept mod slot on top of the regular mod slot, which could house custom-built mods in addition to normal weapon mods. Again, this is still something in the concept stage. It is not definitely happening or anything like that, so just be aware. Next up is the concern with cheaters in Destiny. Cheating is up 50% since January and significantly more in the highest skill brackets. A bump was expected with Trials coming back. While things like DDoSing on PC is basically completely gone thanks to the addition of Steam Datagram Relay, where Bungie partnered with Valve to protect the IP address of players, cheating still a bit of a problem. In the first 4 weeks of Season of the Worthy, Bungie has banned an average of 2,100 people per week, up from 650 before the season. Most cheating, unsurprisingly, happens on PC. I'll let Bungie do the talking here about cheats involving infinite ammo, energy, respawns, teleport, etc. Quote, "We designed Destiny's model to optimize for the feel and consistency of high complexity, high action, high fidelity PvE experiences while allowing the seamless blending of PvE and PvP. Unfortunately, that model comes with some unique challenges in providing PvP security guarantees. That said, we continue to invest in preventions and detections in this space, leveraging the servers that host and monitor every match. This is a subtle point we've struggled to convey over the years. We do have servers hosting every match, but in our hosting model, those servers don't have complete authority over the game simulation to prevent all of these sorts of attacks naturally. This makes it more difficult, but not impossible, to mitigate these attacks." End quote. Aimbotting, wall hacks, lag switching are all other things that Bungie is working on, but obviously they don't want to discuss the inner workings of how they are preventing this to not give cheaters a heads up, which makes complete sense. So what is Bungie actually doing about it? Well, for starters, they're shifting more people onto the security team, more people looking at reports, more developers on security, more everything directed at the problem. Next, fired teammates of cheaters are no longer innocent. That means if you get caught playing with a cheater, you are getting banned as well, even if you didn't cheat yourself. Do not let people you do not know log onto your account either, because if they are cheating with your account, then your account gets banned, and anyone playing with that person is also banned. I can't imagine you would get banned if you played with a cheater for one round and then left the group after realizing that they were cheating, but those who continue to play matches with cheaters will get banned. This is great news, because literally get all cheaters and all people who play with them. Hope your kids don't learn to read, you human pieces of garbage. Next, Bungie is considering a higher barrier to entry for trials, but is looking for feedback. For example, what if you needed to have a certain amount of hours in the game in order to play any games past 4 wins? Bungie tosses out 100 hours as an example. This way, cheaters couldn't just create a new account instantly, grind some blues, and then hop back in. However, the downside is that basically any new non-cheaters would be shafted until they hit that 100-hour or whatever hour mark. Bungie also talks about their potential mistake in not having trials behind the season pass paywall, which means you have to buy back into the game instead of just making a new account. That won't change for this season, but they are reevaluating that decision. Also, some misconceptions about Destiny security that Bungie wants to address. Number 1, Destiny does have anti-cheat, using custom security code and a third-party security product used by other AAA games. Anti-cheat is not a yes or no thing. It's a group of possible mitigations which Bungie is looking to strengthen. Number 2, the vast majority of punishments for cheating are from automated detections, not player reports, although player reports are still incredibly useful. All automatic detections are reviewed by a human to verify. And number 3, Destiny uses some of Valve anti-cheat with plans to use more. Bungie and Valve security teams meet regularly to discuss issues. Well, I don't really feel like I need to talk about cheaters at all as far as my feelings about them. They're trash. They're garbage. We all know it. We all know cheaters are bad. We all know the problem needs to be addressed. Bungie knows it. There's not a whole lot I can say about it. This isn't a game design problem, and cybersecurity is a bit outside of my knowledge range. I can't imagine a world where any game dev wants cheaters in their game. This is not really something that's up for debate. Again, as I've mentioned in the past, the thing about all the cheating that sucks the most, I guess besides losing, is the doubt that it can create in your mind whenever you're playing. Someone hits a crazy shot, must be cheating. Someone's popping off, definitely cheating. You just never know who is and who isn't, which just makes playing unfun. Tough call on limiting access to trials, though. I definitely think something should be done in the interim just to curb the cheating problem a little bit and then maybe have it relax once cheating has gotten under control. This is just one of those situations where it's about the lesser of two evils, and for now, limiting access might be the play. There is no right call here, though. People are going to be mad either way. It's either a time wall or a money wall. I think the time wall would be a bit more effective than a money wall, since $10 isn't really a lot, but 100 hours, for example, is. Reward structure, on the other hand, that's something I can sort of talk about. Increased masterwork materials from 357 wins, good move there. Would also like to see the flawless rewards be on par with that of a Master Nightfall run or two, since it takes much longer and is more difficult to run a flawless card than it does to run a Master Nightfall, assuming that you're at the proper level. These should not replace loot, though. These materials should be provided in addition to loot. PvP definitely needed some love with regard to these high-level materials. Improvement made on the bounty situation. Those stuck at 1 or 2 wins should now at least be able to get something just from playing the mode for a little while, which will hopefully encourage more players to hop back into trials. People want their time respected, and I don't think giving out a reward or 2 every week is that big of a deal. As long as we're not handing out flawless loot to 1 in 3 cards, I think that's fine. However, again, there was no time frame given for this addition in this update. As far as tokens go, this is a good move as well. After a flawless run, just farming 3 wins and farming low win cards for tokens was a plague on the game mode, and hopefully the increased token rewards will incentivize those higher skill players to just continue their cards instead of resetting. It definitely has the potential of not working, depends on how many tokens you get. Part of the problem was that early on there was a reward at 3 wins, and you could farm that reward specifically by never going over 3 wins, assuming you didn't have a lot of the loot pool unlocked since it was early in the season. If you have most of the loot pool unlocked now, that strategy doesn't really work. 3-win farming was mainly about beating up on lower skill players for easy wins for tokens. Hopefully this will be enough to have people just progress their tickets instead of resetting, giving those low skill players a better chance of getting more wins and actually staying in the game mode instead of being chased out by token farmers. Adept weapons. Well, they said they're trying to work on something, but I don't anticipate to see anything like adept weapons for quite some time. My guess would be 3 to 6 months at the minimum. Unfortunate to say the least, but at least some progress is being made. Really hope they just offer the Trials weapons available now with Celerity as a bonus perk on top of the perks you would normally get as an interim adept weapon. Seems like a really easy move, but maybe if it was that easy, they would have done it already. I don't know. Next week, Bungie will be discussing the seasonal model with all of us, and I'm sure I'll have a video on that as well. I know Eververse is also on the list, but I will give a good luck. But before I go, I will give a good luck to Bungie, as you've now set a new bar for what constitutes a good This Week at Bungie update. Please keep this up. This is the kind of info we need right now. But it's still a lot of talk, and delivery time is rapidly approaching. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.
You have proven yourself yet again, my